Welcome to this playthrough of Auburn Crown 0.4. It's turn 11 and we're going to see how the replay went. I'll just flip over to that now. Okay, you can see immediately that I have actually forgotten to change the icons over to the correct Auburn Crown ones. I will fix that as soon as the replay is finished. So I can tell that he is now mounting the large-scale attack against Northern Malkan. That fort will fall, just like that. And then all I've got is some really weak units to try and hold him back. I really don't think I'm going to be able to hold him back for very long, at least in the initial stages of that invasion. Down in the south, we have the Golden Khanate is continuing to attack me to get through into the ancient lands, and now Imhotep has mobilized, and that means my southern flank is going to have to find some way of defending itself as well. Okay, so all in all, things are looking a little bit dangerous, but I'll get into that in a moment. Okay, so we lost the veterans of Fayez fortification. And a couple of other things. The Transorum has moved towards the adversaries. The Potentian mercenaries lost merchants lost 10 gold pieces. So that's a fair bit for these trade routes. I went into the the mod section, changed it to the Auburn Crown mod so that we can see what it should look like. Now let's have a bit of a look around. I'll go up to Angnord first. I feel as though I'm starting to gain some ground there. I think this turn will just be a reinforcing turn to try and get my forces up to a reasonably strong standard. I will reinforce those giants last because I know that at some stage they will leave the war. So I want to make sure that I get as many of my main Angnordian or Guildford forces up to full strength before I worry too much about the giants. Well, it looks like that's okay. They can get a full complement of upgrades. Whoops, if I hit the right button. Alright, so from here on in, my intention is, of course, to start a proper attack against the Dreadworm, and I think I'm going to be okay with defending down here in Guildford, but I can't get too complacent because it's possible that the Vikings are actually putting together quite a sizable force. Anyway, I'll find that out soon enough. With the fleet, I really don't have a plan for them at the moment. I probably should go out and start hunting down his longships, but yeah, I'm more concerned about getting this port back, getting Goodrich back again. In that way, I'll be able to reinforce ships up to their full complement. At the moment, I've only got 5 strength ports, so they can get up to 8 strength. Prefer to go the whole way. Now, I am assuming, because I didn't see an attack from it last turn, that the Dreadworm has turned its attention to the west. Okay, so let's see if I can finally take out Umurin Vale, and I have been able to. So I'll need to I'll have to garrison them to make sure that no rebels pop their ugly heads out of Umurin Vale. In the meantime, I will continue to attack towards Moorbright, all the while knowing that it's a very dangerous place with the Dreadworm hovering around. So I'll put in a bit of reinforcement there. I'm also conscious that this mine here might be the target of an attack from the Eagles with their huge boulders and other means of attack, and so when they do attack that mine, they will show those 2 units there, and the Dreadworm will be able to attack either of them. If he does, he'll take out those undead, which would be a loss, but not an insurmountable one. Looking at the points that I've got left, sorry to scroll around the screen so much, I've got about 143 for Angnord, which Well, let's just quickly have a look and see if we can do anything with diplomacy, because yeah, we've got 2 chits there. Leave it there. Oh, whoops, not for them. We've got no chits for them, but for Ang Ford, we've got 2. So I'm going to put them straight into Danevirk. Handy to have them on board if they mobilise, because they've got quite a lot of ships, plus of course the gold pieces that they provide. I'll just have a look down at Angford. Nothing more that I want to do there, but I am also conscious that with him, the Guatenheim attacking towards the east, I have forces in the west that can at least be a distraction. So I'm going to be putting them up to their full strength as much as I can, and probably for the next few turns at least, providing them with the resources, all the resources that I can provide to Moradon. I'll send their 1 ship, their 1 sea hunter, to join these other ships that are gathering in Calmwater Bay. Alright, and oh, that's the other thing that I can see that I have done. I have turned off the actual texts, so I'll put the text back on. And where are we? Borders. I've lost it. Show text. That'll do it. Okay. And now we can see all the different bits and pieces on the map. Right, going over to the ancients, the beleaguered ancients, because I really think that they are in a world of pain. They haven't been able to spend any money on research, and that will really at some stage hurt them, because when the adversaries have got armor and weapons and so forth, and you still got wooden clubs to fight with, or just poor metal weapons, yeah, the results become quite ugly very quickly. That's all I want to do there, but I do want to see what sort of diplomacy is going on with Xinhua and Sanai. They've moved a little bit, but nowhere near enough. So I'll just make sure that the maximum diplomacy is in both of those, and look at Malkan, who is also under pressure. So I need to get as many units into defending positions as I can. I'm also concerned that he might try to come through the fortifications here. Might be overprotecting them, but I sort of feel as though it's better to overprotect than underprotect. These poor guys, let's see if we can get them out of harm's way. And yeah, things are looking a little bit scary. What I believe will happen is that this area here will be taken. It's more a case of whether Guatenheim will then be able to take Rakimabad, which is one of the capitals of Malkan, the other one being Malkanabad down in the south here. Right, they have 138 gold pieces. Let's have a look at their diplomacy situation. Put a bit more into Silk Sultanate, and that's all I can do with them. And we'll go over to the Tribal League, and I see that they're on 172. That's probably not enough. I need at least 175. However, I do want to go out and start raiding, so let's put them into raiding mode and gather the ships ready to sail forth. Okay, that's yeah. I don't want to send them all off on their own. And I've got a ship over here from the ancients. It's got supply of 9, so it can actually continue to raid, and then it can actually join with these guys later. All right, scrolling out a bit, and I can see things are pretty right. I think we've done everything that I can do with this particular turn, and that's where we'll end it. All right, so Nordhelm, the Vikings have joined me. There is an uprising in Goodrich. That means that that is not garrisoned. That is a good thing. And the Dwarf Kingdom has moved 25% towards me. I got confused before. Nordhelm has not joined me. It's joined the adversaries. Danevirk is moving towards the right direction. The Silk Sultanate is moving in the right direction too. That's good, but I need more of those movements. And the galleys are still being hit by the rough seas. Looking at the balance sheet, it's looking okay, enough at least to to reinforce and upgrade some of my units. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.